Hey guys, welcome back. This is your host Phil from underKG.com, and today we're going to take a look on the OnePlus 6. Let's start with the design, where it's got a pretty big display with a glossy back that looks pretty nice. This is a mirror black out of 3 different colors: mirror black, matte black, and silk white. As you can see, it's a glossy black finish on a glass and it looks gorgeous. The reflection is very nice. It's like a very well done piece of glass sculpture. And yes, it's got a notch on top, as getting more and more common on the Android phones, but it wasn't too annoying as they done hiding feature very nicely. But do keep in mind that this doesn't have any IP rating weather protection, it's only splash proof. Moving on to display, the color reproduction isn't too bad. It even gives you option to change your color calibration setting from default sRGB, DCI-P3, adaptive mode, and custom color, so you can choose your own white balance. But to me, the colors didn't look that natural. They look somehow a bit fluorescent, like the AMOLED panels a few generations ago. And this is a pan-tile layout on a full HD plus resolution, so when you're reading a text, you could notice some jiggly pixels here and there. And also, the panel isn't that bright, nor does it have a boost mode under direct sunlight, so daylight legibility isn't at its best. But it's really good with performance with Snapdragon 845 octa-core processor, 6GB or 8GB of RAM, and plenty of storage. After killing all the apps, launching an app, closing one, launching another one, closing that, and multitasking between those apps were really fast, just like previous OnePlus devices. RAM management and heat management are also good as well. Now, the software it runs is Oxygen OS based on Android 8.1 Oreo. And I just love this system. It's as clean as stock and as customizable as Xiaomi's MIUI. On the latest version, they added up a little audio output control so you can switch from your Bluetooth headset to phone speaker without disconnecting the device. And they added neat little gesture control that you can swipe for home, swipe and hold for multitasking, and swipe on each side of the edge for back. Yeah, they look a little familiar, but by far this is the best attempt on gestures on Android platform. I mean, yeah, the animations could have looked a little better, but aside from that, I just like it. Just in case if you don't, you can always get back to the classic navigation bar that you can hide and bring back on, and even customize the button order and decide what each of the buttons do. And while I'm mostly happy with the software, there are some that I don't like. Number one, they got rid of the fingerprint scanner gesture where you can swipe down for the notification bar. They had it tell the 5T, this one doesn't, I don't know why. Number two, there is ambient display that lights up when you lift up the phone or get new notifications, but no always on display in 2018 flagship. Apparently they had battery issues with this. And lastly, it depends on the display size or the DPI, but there is smaller number of notification icons that can be displayed on the status bar thanks to the notch. Nextly, we move on to the audio, where they kept the 3.5mm audio jack on the bottom. Output quality is good with plenty of enhancement options along with equalizer presets and customizability. I was also satisfied with the speaker on the bottom, but there is only a single one of it. This is not a stereo configuration. And let's move into the camera that you can launch by double tapping on the power key. It's got 2 12-megapixel cameras, and the photos usually look colorful enough, whether it be broad daylight or the low lighting condition, although the low lighting photos are smudged with details sacrificed. Portrait mode also works fairly well, the photos look nice, but while the photo resolution is same at 12 megapixels, the details are significantly lost. Also, that 2x zoom is digital, so blocking the secondary lens doesn't do any harm to it, because it was never optical in the first place. Front-facing camera is also fairly neat. It's mostly stable and accurate in color, but in low lighting condition, it is a bit grainy. And lastly, we have to talk about that built-in battery that lasts up to 6.5 hours of screen on time, which isn't bad at all. Most of it will have no problem lasting through the entire day. The charging is done through the USB Type-C port, and it's got proprietary dash charger fast charging solution, and it is really fast. In 30 minutes, you're gonna get over 60% of charge, 1 hour gives you over 90% of charge, and fully charging the phone takes only an hour and 40 minutes. The downsides include the lack of wireless charging and compatibility for the quick charge and USB power delivery solutions. And now, in conclusion, at $529, OnePlus 6 definitely gives you more than what you pay for, but it doesn't get you quite as much as $850 phones do. Few of the most notable features that it lacks is weather protection, stereo speaker, sunlight legibility, and a noticeable portion of camera quality. Those are the things that OnePlus had to let go to cut some cost. If you're okay with that, OnePlus 6 is a great phone at a great price. I think it offers just about as much as you pay. But do keep in mind that OnePlus didn't find a magical way to give you $1,000 features into a $530 phone. They didn't, but still, it's a great phone nevertheless. So that is OnePlus 6. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. You can always meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. We'll see you guys later. Ciao.